welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler, 30-year pro makeup artist, creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. Have you ever gone to check out that link? There's an intro video. It's less than 2 minutes. Go check it out. I'll always put it in the description box. You can always watch it real quick. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about my gray blending journey because it can help a few people out there. A lot of people on TikTok and Instagram have said that they're really considering going gray blending, and I just want to tell you a few things before you do. So we're gonna jump right into it. Number one, when I decided to go, when I decided to do gray blending, you know, I had been copper for a year. I loved my copper hair. I felt so beautiful. I rolled out of bed and my face looked even and creamy. Now I roll out of bed and it's not the same, but it's okay because I just did not want to keep up with the maintenance of copper hair. I have a daughter in college. It's very expensive. She has a tiny scholarship and a tiny grant, but really we're paying for 75% of her college tuition. So I decided to take off my nails. I put these on myself. So if you want to know more about nails, boy, do I have a method for you. And they're so pretty. You cannot tell me that is not as pretty as the salon. And this probably costs pennies. I mean, maybe more than pennies, but a few bucks. I don't know. Let me know. I'm not going to do a nail video if nobody wants to see it. But if you are interested in, you know, saving money, because I just think salons are astronomical. And in fairness, I mean, less people are getting their nails done, so they're raising prices. Less people are getting their hair done, so they're raising their prices. And with tariffs, you've got a lot of products that are going to cost more. And then even things that are made here in America, it's just everything's costing more. Everything's going up, 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 up. So I'm like, if I can cut out a salon and cut out a nail salon, happy camper. So once I made that decision to go back to my natural hair color, and this is it. I mean, my natural hair color is kind of like a dark blonde, light brown, dark blonde, kind of a level 7, level 6, kind of in between actually. I'm kind of a level 6.5. So my hairdresser told me to get this because this was going to save me time and money by doing this at home. But this is something a lot of salons use to take hair color out of hair. It's called Malibu CPR. It's not a bleach. It's not going to bleach your hair. You're going to have to follow instructions. I don't remember. I've used it a few times. My daughter's used it. I turned my friend Leah onto this. My friend Doran did this a couple times when she accidentally went too dark with her box hair color. I've literally seen videos where someone has dyed their hair black box dye from like a drugstore for years, and this got it out, but you have to probably get 10 packs of this, and that means repeating 10 times this process. But this becomes almost like a pasty hair color, and you put it all over your hair, and then if you don't have a hair dryer like the helmet kind, because who does? We don't have, that's not the 1950s anymore. So I got one of these, and you put it on your head. Isn't it cute? And then you hook it up to your hair dryer right here, and it dries your hair because this becomes like really like crunchy. And then when I don't know, maybe I left it on 45 minutes under the heat. And then when you go to wash this out, as this washes out, so does a lot of your hair color. And we needed to get out a lot of copper. Now you can still see some copper streaks and still some copper patches. But honestly, when I was a kid, my hair would get really coppery, light brown, coppery blonde in the summer. I just tend to go more gold, more copper. So I was fine. Now, so this is amazing. And you can get this on, if you Google Malibu CPR, it's going to look just like this. Now, first of all, you have to have a license to get this, but I don't have a license. Do you? So guess who sells this? Walmart.com. Walmart.com sells this. And then you just follow the instructions, and they even have a Facebook group. It's called, I think, Malibu CPR Facebook group, I think. Or Malibu Education. Anyway, this is how I learned how to use it, from their Facebook group. So use this if you want to strip your hair of any hair color, box dye, because when you start growing your gray out, you want it to kind of like blend in with your hair. Now, I don't have the skunk stripe. Like my best friend Kara, she has brunette hair, and when her hair grows out, she has the white stripe, okay? Gray blending yourself kind of at home doesn't really work for that kind of gray. So really what I'm telling you is if you have gray patches, like for me, look, it's only in the front. I don't have it anywhere else. I might have the tiniest bit right here, and that's it. And then, you know, yeah, there might be like 1 or 2 throughout my hair, but I'm really just silver in the front, okay? Also, I am under bright lights, so my silver blends in really well to my blonde. I asked my hairdresser to do more blonde where she saw silver growing out, and then to do some darker colors everywhere else because I really wanted the depth. I knew if I was going light in the front with silver, I needed some dark depth. Otherwise, I was going to look washed out. And for those of you who have been with me a long, long time, you remember the reason I stopped gray blending years ago is because I started looking sick. I looked like a sick patient. I just looked so sick and gray and blah and yeah. So anyway, that's why I'm always going to try to have some dark in there as long as the silver's coming in because I like that juxtaposition of the silver and the dark. Now, I've only been growing my silver out since May. And what does our hair grow? About 1/2 inch a month. So it's May, June, July, August, September. We're into, okay, so maybe 2.5 inches of gray. So that's how much, like maybe right about here, right? And you can see a lot of this is blonde. I don't have a lot of silver growing out yet. So how do you see silver other parts of my hair? I'm going to show you my secret in a minute, okay? Because this is going to help some of you. I do want to say, though, that under the lights, it looks very pretty. It looks luminous. It looks bright. And I've had a lot of people say, Michelle, you're really making me want to go gray. And to that I say, awesome. I'm your biggest supporter. I feel beautiful. I feel fierce. My husband loves it. My daughter loves it. I think I've grown 40,000 new followers on TikTok in 2 months because people now see gray and they stop. They're like, oh, a mature woman teaching makeup. But before, maybe they didn't know my age. Maybe they thought I was like 40 or 45 or 30. I don't know how old they thought I was. But when you're scrolling and you see silver, you stop because, oh, this person might have something for me, right? And that's what I wanted. I wanted the optic of looking more mature for my mature beauty audience. And so that's why I decided to start gray blending and to save money and I just love the look. I just really wanted to switch. When I turn the lights off, hold on, let's see if we can do this real quick. I want you to see. It's just a little more drab, isn't it? Don't count that because I'm going to show you my secret in a minute. But it's a little bit more drab. We still have some, let me see, can we turn all the lights off? Okay, there we go. I want you to see how gray hair looks in real life. And granted, I'm facing a window. The sun is going down. It's about 5:30 outside, but you can see my silver, but see how it's fine. It's just more drab. It looks kind of gray as opposed to shiny white and luminous. And so that's the difference. When you have lights, it just makes such a difference. It's so bright and luminous. And remember, I film at home 5-6 days a week. So I see myself a lot in the mirror, of course, but I see myself a lot under these lights. Let me change this. There, that's better. I see myself under these lights every single day. So I like how it looks. But if I'm just out and about, I might not like it as much because I don't have the bright light on it. Okay, so I want you to know that. It's not as bright in person as it is under lights. Okay, here's my secret. And I'm not sharing this on Instagram. I'm not sharing this on TikTok. This is just for you. This is for my Look Good Close-Up Club. By the way, if you're new here, we are the Look Good Close-Up Club. Please get to know everyone in comments. We have the most lovely community on YouTube. I found this L'Oreal Colorista spray, and it's called One Day Color for Hints and Highlights. And this one is, I think, silver. I think it's just called silver. Yeah. Anyway, it sprays white. Look, I want to show you. Oh no, that's pretty silver. Ooh, look at that. Isn't it so reflective and pretty? Yeah, that's silver. I always thought it sprayed more white, but I would definitely, I think we can all agree that's silver, right? Okay, so here's where the magic comes. This really pretty light silvery stripe I have here, it's actually this, because I had to film a Nutrafol video today for Nutrafol. By the way, if you've tried this, please let me know in comments. I have seen, it's like 50% of women say it didn't work for them, and 50% said, oh my gosh, this changed my hair, it's so good. So anyway, I'm committed to it for 3 months, so let me know if you've tried it and like it. Or even if you don't like it, I'd love to know. Okay, so what I do is, if I know I'm gonna be on camera, I lift my hair up, and see, I go through the ends of the hair a little bit because, and see, I don't spray it super close, because if you're super close, you're gonna get like a polka dot, but look at that. Now my beautiful silver is growing out with the blonde, but it looks like my silver. And that's how, this is what I've been doing since May. Maybe I started this in June. See this piece right here? Be careful of your face, because this will splatter a little bit and it will get like on your hands, but it comes off really easily. But see how I just brightened up that? So now when I go into public, I do have more luminous white, and I don't have to be under a light in order for it to look really pretty. I get compliments on my hair when I'm out. It's very pretty. And it's, I know this looks really silver, but it actually goes almost very like silvery white. No one has ever looked at my hair and went, do you have silver spray in your hair? No one, not even my husband doesn't even know I use this. I don't think my daughter knows it. Nobody knows I use this except my friend Leah. And so if you are growing out a patch of gray, and then you maybe have darker hair than me and you have more of that demarcation line, listen, I stocked up on this. I have one upstairs, and this is brand new, because I'm like, once people are onto this, it works so well. And you can brush it out, and then the next day you have fresh, clean hair. So you're not stuck with it. And I don't put it anywhere else. I don't put it down here, because everyone knows my hair hasn't been growing that long. So I can't, you know, can't really take it all the way down, but I can take it down, you know, a little bit, so that it looks like it's just naturally been growing out. And that's my secret. I absolutely love this. I love it. Okay, and I got it at Ulta. Sometimes I just order from the Ulta app and just tell them to hold me a couple and pay for it, and then I pop in and just pick it up real quick. But see how it just, look at that. Do you see that luminosity? But I promise you, in person, it doesn't look crazy. You just have to guard your face, because it is easy to get the tiniest bit of overspray on your face, okay? So that's what you're gonna see. I'm gonna be using this a really long time, because as the gray grows out, you know, if it stops right here, I've already got so many colors going on. I'm like a calico cat, so I don't want the silver just to stop right here. So I'm gonna always use a little bit to continue it down. And I think it's just really pretty on camera. And so there you go. That's my little like silver growing out cheat. And I wanted you to know about it, because I don't gatekeep, okay? You can also tell your stylist you want to do gray blending, but make sure you see a lot of before and afters. If you have a stylist for a lot of years and you're loyal to them and they don't do gray blending, that's not the person to start gray blending with. You have to go to someone who knows how to gray blend. My gal knew how to gray blend. So I went in May, and we put some dark in, and then we put some more blonde around the front so that the silver could easily grow into the blonde. And then I went back in September. So what's that, May to June, June, July, July to August. So 4 months. I went back and then we did a couple more low lights, couple more dark colors, couple more little dark sections. And then we did a little bit more blonde in the front. So I'll probably go to my hairstylist 3 times a year just to kind of like blend that silver and blonde together and keep the dimension, the depth in my hair, because that's the nice juxtaposition, is the light and the dark look really nice together. Okay, it feels very mob wife to me. I love that look. Okay, you might not like it. I love it. So there you go. I'm loving it. I feel fierce. I feel beautiful. I don't feel beautiful when I roll out of bed like I did with copper hair. My skin doesn't look creamy, glowy. If I'm running errands and I don't have makeup on, I don't really stand out. You know, I kind of blend into life. But I'm okay. There's a whole psychology that goes with it. And I really decided back in April, like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to really accept aging. I even talked about it on Instagram today. Like, I'm looking at all these new freckles that are popping up on my face. And I'm like, gosh, I work so hard on my skin. I do so many treatments, and I do microneedling at home. I do professional peels at home. I stay out of the sun. I wear SPF every day, and they're still coming to the surface. And I had that come to Jesus moment the other night in the mirror, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to beat myself up anymore. I'm done. I'm done trying to control my skin. What happens, happens. And now if I see a little, you know, not pimple, if I see a little teeny, I don't know if you can see some of this. Sometimes you can't see it with the naked eye, but like here's a little, can you see that? It's a little sunspot coming to the surface. It's hardly noticeable. And I'm like, okay, that is Hawaii 2016. That is the last big trip to Hawaii I took with my mom. It's the last time I got to go anywhere with my mom before she passed away from cancer. So that's special to me. And I'm just going to start doing that. It's just a game I'm going to play. Every time a new one comes to the surface, I'm like, that Sunset Beach 1985, that was a great summer right before I went to college, you know? And we're going to play that game because I'm still going to do my skincare and treatments, but like kind of hands off, like whatever happens, happens. And I'm not going to chase my tail anymore. It's exhausting. That's one thing I learned also when I let go of the copper hair and I did the gray blending, like I let go. And it's so liberating. It's so liberating not to have to go to the salon, not to have to run to the bathroom and color my hair every 2 to 3 weeks. It's liberating. It opens up your life to other things. Same with nails. Going into a salon, I know it's only like an hour, but it was like $70-$80. It's an hour every 2 weeks plus commute time. And I was just done. I was done with it. I didn't want to fuss with it anymore. And so as you start to like strip away things in your life, it just kind of like, what else can I do? With the GLP-1, same thing. It's one of the reasons I love the GLP-1, because you don't think about food anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I got to eat for fuel, but like you don't think about food anymore. You know, can I still have fun or special occasions and a holiday? Yeah, for sure. I love food, but like I don't think about it. So it's less things occupying your brain. Skin's no longer occupying my brain. My hair's no longer occupying my brain. My health, my body, I can put on anything in my closet now and it looks great. I don't go to the mirror and, well, does it look good from this angle? And how does this look? How does my butt look? And you know what I mean? Like, I don't think about that stuff anymore. And so it feels good to just shed all the layers, right? Just shed away. And some of you out there are like, praise, you know what I'm talking about. You know, maybe you're in your 60s and 70s and you've been watching me for years and you're like, she'll come to the realization. We're just going to sit patiently and be her supporter, but she's going to come to the realization real soon that like it's futile. You're just chasing your tail for what? For what, right? So we're still going to have a lot of fun here. We're still going to do a lot of makeup, maybe some more hair. We're going to do a lot of skincare, but I'm done obsessing about it. I really am. And it feels really good. Hey, real quick, everyone. My best friend Kara goes in on Monday for the biggest surgery of her life. They are going to They are going, okay, first of all, her chemo did well. She had a tumor in her esophagus that was 21 centimeters and it shrunk down to under 1 centimeter. Praise God. Okay, now they have to go in and take out the bottom half of her esophagus, and then they're going to take out part of her upper stomach, anywhere where the tumor was, and then they're going to make the two meet. They're going to bring up the stomach and lower the esophagus, so she's going to have a shorter esophagus, a smaller stomach, but they're going to connect the two. It's a long surgery on Monday, 8 hours. Please, it makes me feel so much better just to know that so many people are praying for her and cover her in prayer. And I'm going to be at the hospital all day Monday. I don't know how many YouTubes I'll do next week. I might do 2, I might do 1, I might do none. I'm just going to, next week is about Kara. And so if you don't see me, just know we're all good. We're at the hospital, but I just don't know what my week's going to look like because we just don't know how things are going to go. But she will be in the hospital for 2 weeks, and I will be doing some overnights with her to give her son a break, and a lot of afternoons at the hospital to give her son a break. So I just wanted you to all be aware of that. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget Malibu CPR. Okay. This bonnet is like $12 on Amazon. If you want to strip some box color or even professional color out of your hair, you can do that too. And then find someone who can help you blend some highlights into your natural silver, and then also have some depth, okay? And then now you know my secret tip. This is amazing. Look at that. Look how fun that looks. And it's luminous and pretty, and I love it. So there you go. Thank you for being here. I love you. God loves you. God willing, I'll see you next week. If not, definitely the week after that. Thank you for your prayers for Kara and her son, Mitchell. And I think that's it. So, oh, and let me know if you want to see a nail video, because I could do something quick and easy maybe next week. Okay, that's it. Bye for now.